Welcome to this week's edition of Aggie News. I'm Deja Garner, and today we will bring you more information on how the war in Gaza is affecting U.S. citizens right here in Greensboro. If you enjoy a good Netflix binge, just wait until you hear about what they have coming in 2025. And of course, we have a new spot for you to get your grub on. Stick around to find out more. After a quiet week of weather, let's jump over to the meteorologist Dana Wilson for a sneak peek into this weekend's forecast.
Coming up later, I've got the timing of Friday's rain and if it will affect our home game on Saturday against Richmond.
Thanks for watching this week's edition of Aggie News. I'm Deja Garner.
And I'm Kayla Hare. In October, we wear pink. Why? In honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Did you know that 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime? And 1 in 833 for men.
1 in 8. That's scary to think about because if I'm in a class of 30 students, at least 3 students will be diagnosed with breast cancer. How can we detect breast cancer when it is in its early stages?
One way is to get screened through a mammogram screening, which is used to detect breast cancer before experiencing any symptoms. If you know anyone in your family that has had breast cancer, you would need to get genetic testing to see if you carry the BRCA1 gene, which is the leading cause of hereditary breast cancer.
The importance of Breast Cancer Awareness Month is to raise money for treatments and to fund the research that saves lives. To find out more about what you can do to donate, get tested, or want more information, you can go to lbbc.org.
Reporter Deja Williams is guiding us to the heart of the Triad region, where students from UNCG, NCANT, and Guilford College, and also more, have united in a resounding call for action, standing in solidarity with Palestine during a Friday evening protest. Here's more.
Bringing communities together in a time of uncertainty, students from UNCG, North Carolina A&T, Guilford College, and every area of the Triad region held a protest Friday evening and demanded action and solidarity for Palestine. Protesters gathered on West Wendover Avenue around 4 p.m., and police were on the scene due to reports of traffic being blocked. Protesters occupied both sides of the street, making it the largest protest the organization has held.
In a decades-long conflict ranging from land to borders to Palestinian refugees, the Muslim for a Better North Carolina is here to express their support to the community for the Palestinian region.
We are here to stand in solidarity with our Palestinian brothers and sisters, especially the ones in Gaza who are living in an open-air prison and they are denied the most basic human rights. Israel has recently cut off their water, their food, their electricity, their medical supplies. So the most basic human rights.
Gaza, don't you cry!
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry!
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry! Palestine will never die!
This is Deja Williams reporting for Aggie News.
As North Carolina A&T is on the search for its next chancellor, the Chancellor's Search Advisory Committee has announced a meeting on November 6th to discuss what those next steps look like. Also, as students feel free to check out a survey at ncat.org that allows for public input on key leadership characteristics requested for the next leader.
A concerning trend in education arises as students across the nation face record low ACT scores. The latest data from ACT shows a significant decline in average scores, dropping to the lowest in over 3 decades. This issue raises questions about the ongoing challenges in the education system. Stay tuned for more to come. We've had some great fall weather over the past week, but there's a possibility for some cooler temps and rain this weekend. Here is meteorologist Dana Wilson to tell you what you can expect going into next week.
Thank God it's Friday. Thus far, we've had a great week here in Greensboro. Today, unfortunately, we have a cold front moving east throughout our area, bringing on periodic showers and possible thunderstorms later into the evening. Showers can be expected as early as lunchtime. Today's high at 62 and a low of 50, but I've got good news. Going into the weekend, showers will start to clear up. If you're planning to go to surrounding schools tailgate, you don't have to worry about being rained on. This weekend, partly cloudy skies, Saturday 71 and Sunday 64. Better yet, I already know sunshine usually start my work week off right. Daytime highs of 66 on Monday, 63 on Tuesday, and a slight heat up with 70 on Wednesday as we go into the latter part of the week. I'm meteorologist Dana Wilson. Back to you at the desk.
Welcome back from the break. Tori Theodore, the 89th Miss North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, places as the third runner-up of the reigning position of the National Black College Alumni Hall of Fame Queens. September 27 through October 1st in Atlanta, Georgia, the NBCA hosted a 5-day convention of the 38th competition of Black College Queens. 22 HBCU queens competed to be the newest Miss NBCA.
The Miss 89th presented her oratory being titled A Barbie Monologue, touching on the topic of what it takes of being a Black woman. Theodore also gives a tribute to Thomas W. Dortch Jr., the founder of the National Black College Alumni. He spoke on the importance of scholastic achievement, community engagement, and the legacy of HBCUs. She ends off by expressing how the founder of NBCA legacy brings her and her fellow pageant contestants right here today.
During the questions and answers section of the event, Theodore was presented the question, what is one worldwide topic that she is inspired to change? Miss 89 talked on the significance of educational resources and stability for all students. With the newest NBCA queen being Howard University's queen, Imani Watson, NCAT's Miss 89 still brings home a $500 scholarship and a community service award after representing Aggie land well.
This evening at 6 p.m., the A&T Residence Hall Association will be hosting the Royal Mr. and Miss RHA crowning in Dee's Ballroom on the 2nd floor of the Student Center. Check us out next week to see who takes home the crown.
We're going to toss it over to Ashton Griffith for some Aggie sports insight.
Some acknowledgeable things have happened this past week in the sports world. I'm Ashton Griffith, and taking the lead in Aggie sports news this week is the Aggie football team, who was still on the search for their second win of the season against the Delaware Blue Hens. Our football Aggies are still in the search for their first conference win of the season as they lost to the Delaware Blue Hens 21-6. The Aggies failed to slow down the run game from the Blue Hens, allowing 322 rushing yards, being the most all year with 2 100-yard rushers. The offensive struggles for the Aggies returned as they finished under 200 passing yards again. With another loss, the Aggies would result in a losing record, which would be their 5th losing season since 2009. They look to turn things around this week against their in-conference opponent, the Richmond Spiders. The Richmond Spiders comes in with a 4-3 record and with wins of the 4 out of the last 5 games. Unlike previous teams the Aggies have faced, Richmond actually has a passing attack. Richmond comes in with 2 quarterbacks having over 500 passing yards on the season. The game will kick off at 1 p.m. at Truist Stadium, so let's make sure to go out and cheer on our Aggies to pull through with a win. On the other hand, our Lady Aggies bowling team continues to dominate the conference, as one Aggie in particular makes sure her collegiate bowling career is off to a striking good start. Reporting Haiti Pender has more.
This past Saturday, the North Carolina A&T women's bowling team started the morning with a great win over Alabama A&M in a tournament-style match day. Graduate student Lauren Tomaszewski bowled a perfect 300 game to lead the Aggies to a 1,120 to 817 win over the Bulldogs. This is the second time an game in 8 months. Melanie Caton received the same score on February 18th at Triad Lanes. As for Tomaszewski, this was her first collegiate 300 game. She would bowl her next 3 games over 200 and finish the day off with a total pinfall of 1,098. The bowler spoke with Aggie News about her career thus far at A&T, her hopes for the rest of the season, and her game this past weekend.
I was just really excited, really kind of just happy, especially because I haven't had been close to one, and to have one in college, especially like on what we bowl on really hard stuff.
Yes, very competitive D1 schools, I see.
Yes. So, I mean, it's kind of been on my bucket list of my collegiate achievements to bowl a 300, and to do a game 1 of the tournament was just kind of like, oh, okay, well, the senior year is going to go great.
The Aggies are looking to have a great season ahead and keep the momentum from Tomaszewski going. Haley Pender, Aggie News.
In other college football news, the North Carolina Tar Heels, led by star quarterback Drake May, continued their undefeated campaign this weekend against ACC rival Virginia. The Tar Heels just came off a top 25 victory in a 41-33 win against Miami. Tez Walker, the star receiver who has recently gained his eligibility to play this season, had 3 touchdown catches this game. Walker is already making an impact for the Tar Heels in his first 2 games back. In a matchup that is usually only hyped during basketball season, this football season the Tar Heels and arch rival Duke could both be ranked when they meet in 4 weeks. Duke is 5-1 in the season and only suffered a loss against Notre Dame, ranking 11th this season. The Carolina Panthers began this season with high hopes after overhauling their coaching staff and drafting their new franchise quarterback Bryce Young with the #1 overall pick in this year's draft. In order to obtain this pick, however, the front office gave up a hefty haul. They traded the 9th overall and 61st overall picks in this year, a first-round pick for next year, and a 2025 second-round pick, as well as star wide receiver DJ Moore. So far, the rebuild has not paid dividends for the team, as this year the team has started 0-6, having the worst record in the NFL. Head coach Frank Reich acknowledges the slow start, but believes this is part of the process, saying, "We'll look at the tape, and I know there's good things on the tape, so we'll get better from the good and the bad." This comes after a tough loss to Miami, where the Panthers showed much success and needed progress in different areas. Going into their Week 7 bye, Coach Reich says he wants to use this week as a checkpoint to reevaluate and adjust according to what works and what doesn't. This is part of the adjustment in his handling offensive play calling over to coordinator Thomas Brown, who was an assistant coach on the Super Bowl 56 winning Rams team. In 2022, Reich stated, "It's always been a part of the plan. Something Thomas and I discussed when he was hired. They used the bye as a transition." Reich believes Brown will take them in the right direction to finally slag that elusive first win. I'm Ashton Griffith with Aggie Sports. Stay tuned after this short break to see what Netflix has in store for its subscribers in the year 2025, as well as how North Carolina A&T's gospel choir has gone viral once again.
Today, it feels like we're all just coming apart. The strain on us is very real, but so too is our strength. Led by the love of these cities, the Triad, our home. Together, we're finding solutions to problems we all share. You've joined in the activism to save lives and feed the hungry, honored and thanked veterans, saluted local heroes, and celebrated diversity, inclusion, and the spirit of excellence. You've elevated women and shined a light the world doesn't offer. You are the thread that holds us together, helping to craft a better tomorrow. And for 70 years, this is where you've stayed connected. WXII 12.
Thanks for joining me today for Aggie Entertainment. I'm Elena White. A new A&T documentary series, Our Blues Make Us Gold, will be previewed at Harrison Auditorium on October 28th from 1 to 4 p.m. It's a series focused on A&T's history and past students and teachers who made a great impact, alongside some Black history that is worth knowing about. You can register online at Eventbrite to confirm your ticket. With Halloween just around the corner, A&T's campus filmmaker organization, Aggie Filmmakers, hosted an event to bring back the spirit of Halloween. Here's Ashton Griffin with more.
The newly established Aggie Filmmakers are holding a scary movie night on none other than Friday the 13th. The Fright Night movie night marked the last of 3 events that were held for Aggie Filmmaker Week. The event started at 7:30 p.m. on the Dudley Lawn next to the statue of the A&T 4. The movie that was showcased was none other than Jordan Peele's award-winning film, Us. Students came together, bringing out popcorn and blankets to have a good time and enjoy the movie. President of the organization, Daniel Ward, spoke on the inspiration behind planning this event.
This event is our Fright Night event. We really wanted something, because we're filmmakers, we make movies, so why not have an event where we show movies? And we picked today, Friday the 13th, obviously, you know, scary movies, so we chose today as the day for our movie showcase.
Ward also expressed his gratitude with the growth of the organization.
This is actually the second semester Aggie Filmmakers has been a registered organization, so I'm super pleased with the growth that we've had. We've had a lot of members join this semester, and this is the first time we've had like this kind of turnout for an event reserved for this kind of space.
For those interested in the org, the co-chair of Membership and Communications, Nicole Neal, has a quick and easy way you can join.
Y'all can join by connecting with us on 1891 or following us on Instagram, or just coming up to one of us to find the GroupMe code.
This wasn't the only big event that the filmmakers had, as last semester they put out their very first award show. As for this year, the crew is showing that sky is only the limit and they can't wait for what's in store. With Aggie News, I'm Ashton Griffith.
Reporter Maddie Moore had the opportunity to attend the Silver Dollar Road screening. The documentary focused on some very historical moments. Here's Maddie with more.
Olsey is hosting the screening of an upcoming Amazon Prime documentary, Silver Dollar Road, which focuses on a Black North Carolina family's fight to keep their land.
On Sunday evening, students and guests alike joined in Dee's ballroom, waiting for the film to start. Desiree Jones, moderator for the event and president and CEO of Desiree Jones Company, was responsible for bringing the viewing to campus. She explained her company's desire to educate HBCU students and the community about land disposition.
In addition to these screenings that we're having at HBCUs, we've also developed a microsite at www.silverdollarroad.com, and our microsite is like full of resources for people who are interested in learning more, for people who might have the interest in sharing their story because their family may be at risk of losing their land. But also we've developed a digital course with HBCU students.
Wright, Director of Leadership and Engagement, explained why the university felt it was important to bring the film to campus.
It brings awareness to what's going on, what has been going on for years, and what has the potential to go on in your very own homes. We hear about gentrification all the time. This is another version of it and how it plays out.
The hour and 40-minute documentary features the Reels family and their fight to regain piece of the land that had been in their family for generations before falsely being sold by a family member. After the screening, a panel discussion was held with agriculture students Miles Lee, Saheem McCrae, Michaela Williams, and Miriam Farahani.
I just really enjoyed my time here talking about the critical issues of the Black community and what we can do to make a change.
And I was very excited. I read the article for the film, so I really wanted to see like the actual documentary and put like a name to or put a face to the names.
Alea Solomon was in attendance for the viewing and described how she felt inspired by the documentary.
It's really important and inspiring seeing, you know, the people, African Americans who were here, how they had to fight for this property. And it's very important to recognize.
The documentary will be available Friday, October 20th on Amazon Prime.
I'm Maddie Moore, reporter for Aggie News.
Whether you're a fresh Aggie, a local explorer, or a seasoned Aggie seeking to expand your horizons, this park is your creative playground, and it's just waiting to be your next masterpiece. Deja Williams, your culture and community reporter, as she explores Lober Park, the ultimate Greensboro hotspot for all your artistic cravings.
Caroline and Maurice LeBauer Park, also known as LeBauer City Park, is a 4-acre, $10 million park in downtown Greensboro, which opened in 2016. Being an outdoor hotspot, it was created to maintain the downtown community through urban green spaces.
LeBauer Park is the perfect Greensboro hotspot for all of your artistic needs. Whether you're a new Aggie just getting to know the area, or you're a seasoned Aggie looking to expand your community, this park has everything you need. From foosball to fresh hot dogs to European coffee, you can do everything at this park. Even take your significant other on a nice picnic.
A&T students enjoy cultural events held in the park and can see a show just across the street at the Tanger Center while enjoying the plethora of food and drink options that are offered.
This place is really cool because there's always something going on downtown. There's always, when the weather is nice, there's food to eat, there's sunlight, there's vendors showcasing different parts of their cultures.
So take your best buds to LeBauer Park any time of the day to enjoy the wholeness of nature in the downtown area. This is Deja Williams reporting for Aggie News.
From one Greensboro hotspot to another, newly established brick-and-mortar restaurant Ava's Cuisine and Catering is bringing Southern cuisine with a twist to the Greensboro area. Reporter Mercy Sakor has more.
If you have been looking for a new food spot near campus, look no further. Ava's Cuisine has a menu full of delicious dishes for you to try.
Ava's Cuisine and Catering Services is a Black-owned business that opened a store location just a few minutes from A&T's campus about a month ago. The soul food-focused restaurant has a menu filled with tasty options that range from yams, different types of chicken, mac and cheese, and mashed potatoes. Vegan options like vegan lasagna and vegan stir-fry are on the menu as well. Ava's also has various desserts for those that want something sweet after their meal. Owner and operating manager Alexis Hefney spoke to me about her business and how it has expanded.
We initially started out with the food truck 5 years ago. We do catering, which is our baby, and eventually we decided to reserve this space and open to the community.
Aside from the meals, Whitney Pratt, a customer of the food place, described her interactions with the owner and staff.
I think the staff is super friendly. I think that Alexis, the owner, she has a really dope concept, and I hope that they're super successful. I know that they will be super successful, and so I just wish them all the best. And as long as they keep serving delicious home-cooked food, I will continue to be a customer.
I'm Mercy Sakor for Aggie News.
Famous rapper Megan Thee Stallion is funding a new project after becoming an independent artist. Megan went on Instagram Live on October 12th and revealed that she is an independent artist again for the first time in years. On the live stream, Megan talked about how excited she is for her upcoming work and mentioned that the project she is currently working on will be completely self-funded. A congratulations is in order for rap artist Sexy Red for announcing she is pregnant with her second child on Instagram on October 12th. She confirmed she was pregnant during the BET Awards that aired October 10th, but claimed she couldn't breathe while trying to hide her new bump. Sexy Red just performed on tour this past week and will continue to perform carrying her new bundle of joy. On October 2nd, Beyonce released a new trailer for her new movie Renaissance that will be coming to a theater near you on December 1st. It seems like she's giving us another version of her hit 2019 Netflix special Homecoming, except this time you can experience the Renaissance tour in the theaters. Don't wait to get your tickets, but run to get them. I've heard fans have already started pre-ordering them tickets online. Once again, North Carolina's A&T Gospel Choir is going even higher. They recently went viral on TikTok, reaching over 1.5 million views. The video started out as them just having a little fun after engagement, but later turned into something more than that. The original video was posted on October 11th and was reposted by several media outlets, including the infamous Shade Room on October 18th.
I mean, wow. Don't we love our talented and gifted Aggies? Thank you so much for joining us at this week's edition of Aggie News. I'm Elena White, and we look forward to having you next week. And as always, Aggie Pride.